All right, Mr. Mawad, and you also received a copy of the pre-sentence report?
Judge, yes, I have received it. So has Mr. Girth. We have reviewed it. There's no corrections, additions, or deletions.
Excellent. All right, Mr. Girth, you had an opportunity to read and review the pre-sentence report with your attorney.
Yeah.
And you are satisfied with Mr. Mawad as your attorney and the advice that he's given you?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Mawad, you said you don't wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any information in the report?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Girth has 0 prior felonies, but he does have 7 prior misdemeanors. And does the pre-sentence disclose any prior convictions in which there exists any known constitutional defect?
There are none, Your Honor.
Okay, the probation department computed the minimum sentencing guidelines to be 0 to 11 months. Do you agree with that computation of guidelines?
I do agree with that, Your Honor.
All right, before the court passes sentence, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of Mr. Girth?
You know, I've talked to Zachary on many occasions. I think he has his ups and downs like a lot of people, but it's controlling his mental health, I think, is the first thing. Second thing, any abuse of alcohol. He's got one of the nicest and sweetest grandmothers around, and I think he adores her. And I hopefully Zach seems to be on the right path because he hasn't violated any of your bond conditions. So I think the PSI did a nice write-up. I think it's pretty fair. And I wish Zach good luck and to continue with his endeavors to succeed in life. I think he can do it.
All right, Mr. Girth, anything you want to say on your own behalf?
No, Your Honor.
In determining the appropriate sentence in this case, the court has considered the seriousness of the offense, your history, the principle of proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, the sentencing guidelines, the report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what has been set upon the record at this hearing. The criteria and reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offenses, the discipline appropriate to its commission, deterrence against repetition by you and by others, the potential for reformation, vindication for the law, and the protection of society. Mr. Girth, on paper, when I look through your file, you have quite an extensive assaultive record. You have a domestic violence in 12. You have malicious destruction of property in 13. You have a domestic of a pregnant person in 2015. You have misdemeanor assault back in 18, another domestic in 19, a domestic violence third offense that we're sentencing you, well, a domestic violence third offense from 22, and then these offenses as well. So, Mr. Girth, on paper, you look like an extremely violent, assaultive person. So I don't imagine from what Mr. Mawad says, that's who you really are when you take care of your mental health and you don't use controlled substances or alcohol. So, you know, you really, if taking medication and not drinking lets you be the best person you can be, then you should do that. Would you agree almost all of these offenses involve alcohol or some controlled substance or mental health issues?
I would say mental health issues for all of them. One issue that I've had over the years is getting stable medication, in a sense, medication that's actually going to stick with me and work. The issue that I've come across within the past few months is because of the whole COVID thing going on, it's been kind of hard for me to get back into my doctor before my scripts do run out. But other than that, I have been on my meds consistently, and I've been doing a lot better since I've been able to be on my meds and everything.
Excellent. And, you know, I agree with you. With the pandemic and the way things were, I have had so many clients that weren't able to keep their medication updated or get assessment. So that is a valid concern. So I'm glad that you're on top of it. because it sounds like you have family that loves and supports you. So you're very fortunate in that respect. Okay, so it's going to be the sentence of the court that you'll be placed on probation for a period of 2 years on each docket. On file number 23-21268FH, you'll pay $750 in court costs. Mr. Mawad, you were retained, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So no attorney fees. There is a $205 crime victim rights fee. Let me see there. So it would be $75 on file number 23-21268FH. That's a misdemeanor file, right? And then on 23-21269FH, it would be 130. Does that come out right? Yeah, I think so. And then state costs on file number 23-21268 are $50. And on file number 23-21269, it is $68. And let's see, there's a $60 DNA fee assessed file number 23-21269FH. And they'll give you a monthly amount you need to pay for the next 2 months, Mr. Girth, and just make sure you make that minimum payment. It's usually a pretty small payment, but it adds up at the end instead of trying to pay a lump sum. You must comply with all mental health treatment and complete any assessments or behavior programming if recommended. If you are having problems getting your medication, talk to your PO, because they may be able to help you find a different program or get you in sooner, okay?
Okay.
That's a good idea, real good idea.
Yeah, you must submit to search of your person or property, including but not limited to your vehicle, your residence, computer, without need of warrant if they have reasonable cause to believe you have items that violate the conditions of probation. You already have no contact in any way with John Bovee. And the supervision fee is $30 per month for regular supervision, $60 if there is a requirement for an electronic monitor. And Mr. Stevenson is not here today, but I think, oh, Mr. Stevenson, is that anything else?
No, I believe that's it, Your Honor.
Okay, so you want him to report next Tuesday at 8 a.m.?
Next Tuesday, 9 a.m. Tuesday at 9 a.m.
All right, so Mr. Girth, I need you to come up to the courthouse next Tuesday, go to the 3rd floor to the probation department at 9 o'clock and report to Mr. Stevenson. We're also going to mail to you 3 copies of your notice of right to appellate review. In that envelope will also be a self-addressed envelope. The first copy, I need you to initial and date just that you received it where it's indicated to do so. Pop it in that envelope, put it in your mailbox. It's already got a stamp on it, and mail it back to me so that I know you received the paperwork. The other copies are for you. If you wish to appeal your sentence, you would fill out information on the form and mail it to the address listed on the form within 42 days. All right?
Okay.
Mr. Girth, I do wish you the best of luck. Mr. Mawad, thank you.
Thank you, Judge Zach. It's a morning deal. Make sure you got all kinds of alarm clocks to get you in there. Don't be late. All right?
Yep.
All right.
He's like my younger brother that doesn't want to wake up. Bye, Judge.
I know. I got it. All right. Thank you all.
You know what I mean. Thanks, Judge. Bye.
I do. All right. Bye, Mr. Girth.
Bye.
Mr. Burke, you want to come up to the podium? All right. All right, this is in the matter of people of the state of Michigan versus Jamie Kaylee Burke, and this is file number 23-21220FH. I have Dawn Van Dusen appearing on behalf of Mr. Burke. Mr. Burke is present in the courtroom. So, Mr. Burke, did you get an opportunity to read and review the pre-sentence report?
I did not get the
Right.
pre-sentence report through my email. I did not.
Did you get to talk to Ms. Van Dusen?
I did get to talk to her a little bit.
Okay, so Mr. Burke, I'm gonna hand my copy down to you. and you just sit down and you take your time and you read through it, all right?
Thank you.
Not a problem. All right, let's see. All right, Miss Adams, is Dotson and Ladd in jail? I didn't grab the jail list this morning.
Judge, all we have is Mr. Dotson in.
Okay, and then, do we know if he was fingerprinted? I have your note.
Yes, yep, everything was taken care of yesterday.
Okay, if you want to let the jail know I'm ready for him, that'd be great.
Okay.
All right, I do have Miss Ladd, Miss Van Duzen, if you want to proceed with her.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.